Thank God I can erase that awful, lousy movie, The Predator, out of my mind. Thank you to Dan Trachtenberg for giving us Prey, a step in the right direction. Let's talk about what worked with Prey and what didn't. Stick around.
Copy, you're calling Raven.
Payback time.
Come on! Come with me if you want to live. You just don't turn it off!
Prey was released in 2022, directed by Dan Trachtenberg and starring Amber Midthunder, Dakota Beavers, and Dane LiLiegro. Naru, a skilled warrior of the Comanche Nation, fights to protect her tribe against one of the first highly evolved predators to land on Earth. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Backtrack Cinema. My name is Jason, and welcome to my review of Prey, the latest Predator movie we got in the Predator franchise, which came out a few years ago. You know, I've been slowly going through some Predator movies here and there, so I thought, you know, I was in the mood to watch this, so I watched it recently. I liked it when it first came out, and I still like it now. I don't think it's perfect. I don't think Prey is perfect, but it's definitely a step in the right direction, and it makes us forget about that last god-awful movie, for sure. Now, one of the things that this movie did is it got people talking again and going, wow, if they bring a Predator back to the 1700s, what about Predator versus the Japan samurai? What about Predator in the dinosaur times? What about Predator in World War II? And I understand why people would really like to see all that stuff. It would be interesting, everything, but that is a gimmick. That is something that could get stale really fast. You have to have a good story. You got to have some character development, and that's what I appreciated about what Dan Trachtenberg here did. He gave us a character that we could get behind, and she goes on a complete arc, which is really nice. And when I first heard they were making this, I wasn't sure what this was supposed to be. How could an advanced Predator go back 300 years or so to this Comanche tribe and stuff? You know, they got primitive weapons and everything, but the way they designed the Predator, the weapons he uses, is at par for what they're using, like similar to the original Predator, you know, that with Dutch and his team, machine guns, you know, rocket launchers, all this stuff, and the Predator has his laser cannon. But we do know this is supposed to be the first trip a Predator makes to Earth, and the movie really shows you why the Predators keep coming back, because they're running into worthy human opponents, worthy of the hunt, so to speak. Now, this is a step in the right direction, and what I mean by that is they strip it right back. They take us back to the 1700s. We focus on a Comanche tribe, and one of the girls in there, Naru, is like somebody who wants, she knows she's capable of much more. She wants to be part of the hunt. She wants to be respected as a hunter and not just a tracker slash medicine woman, so to speak. Like she heals people. She's really good with medicine, finding flowers and plants and all that kind of stuff. But she wants to be part of the hunt, and she wants that kind of respect. Her brother's basically the main hunter of this tribe and everything like that, and he's getting all the respect and all the praise. And it's just because no one believes in her. So this is a character, this is a story I get behind because I believe in her story, you know what I mean? When she goes to the arc, defeats this Predator, takes its head off, and just throws it in front of everybody at the end. Damn, respect, man. You get respect from her. And the biggest thing people were worried about is this going to be Pocahontas versus Predator. It didn't end up being nothing like that. That's why you cannot fucking judge things. You have to believe in the project, believe in the execution. That's all about execution, right? Now, it's not a perfect movie. I'm not saying it's not perfect. Not everything they do in this movie is perfect. But I really get behind her character, her arc, and you know, how she uses her brain, just like the original, how Dutch uses his brain rather than his brawn. Brawn's not going to work. And you see her fail. That's the big thing. You just didn't see her be awesome. You saw her fail first because she failed against the lion. She couldn't, you know, hunt and defeat this lion, and her brother brings her back and stuff like that. So you got to have that little bit of failure, strip it back, and when she gets that conflict at the end with the Predator, and she wins, you know, everything's earned. So Naru is a badass character. I really enjoy her. I want to see more of her. So I know they're in plans. There is talk of a sequel to Prey here, but we're getting something entirely different apparently with Predator Badlands. coming out in November. I do like the Predator in this. This Predator is a little different. He's the feral Predator. He's a bit more primitive. He doesn't have the advanced weaponry we're used to, which placates into the story, so that's good, right? He's got like almost like these high-tech arrows. He uses a shield. He has blunt force kind of weapons and stuff like that. I mean, he has all the technology, advanced technology, but not as advanced as we saw in 1987 with the classic Predator, right? So I like how they did all that. And he's a bit more he's more we call him feral, he's primitive, he's a little bit more forceful, he's more aggressive. I find he doesn't think as much, just flees into the battle, you know what I mean? All for the hunt. But he's still very much a predator. All that DNA of the characterization of him is all intact still. You know what I mean? And one thing they do in this movie is this is his first trip to Earth, so you see him go up through this food chain. Like you see him kill a snake, then kill a wolf, then kill a bear. And the wolf and the bear scenes are fantastic. Like I love the wolf scene because the wolf knows something's there, right? And it's growling and it's ready for the kill. And the predator's all in. He's just like standing like this, right? And it's just awesome, man. Seeing him slice this wolf, he takes the wolf's head off and everything like that. And the bear scene's fantastic. I love the way it's shot and everything with this bear scene where he rips open this bear. He's holding it above his head. Like this is like, think of it as a caveman predator. You know what I mean? And so he goes up through this food chain and he never looks at Naru as a threat ever. Because earlier, it's really cool because earlier in the movie, we see she's getting beat up by all these other guys in her tribe and stuff. So he looks at Naru as not even, he doesn't bat an eye against her. She's not even a threat, but that kind of what makes her dangerous. That's what the arc when she goes on is that he never sees me coming because he doesn't look at her as a threat, right? And all the action scenes with the Predator are amazing. Like there's the burnt out forest scene where he's taking out all these French fur trappers and stuff like that. It's badass. It's amazing. He flips up the hatchet, whacks the guy and stuff like that. But the way he's jumping through the trees and stuff like that, where you actually see him jumping from tree to tree, was pretty amazing. Like you don't see that in the first original movie with Arnold, but that's how the Predator's doing things. He's using the trees. But like I said, this one's a little more loud and more aggressive in ways you'd hear him coming once he's in the battle, where that original classic Predator was a little more stealth, like I find, right? And the look of this new Predator, this feral Predator, I'm not completely sold on the look of him, everything. I get what they're going for and everything, but I think it's growing on me the more I watch. I think this is like my third time watching this movie, third or fourth time watching. So I think it's growing on me just a little more and more. The only thing I did not like about this new Predator is that the way they treated him at the end of the movie. He is, caught in this bog of swamp, which they foreshadow earlier in the movie. And his helmet is used to aim, right? For his targeting system and stuff like that. Well, she knocks it off, sets it up somewhere. Clearly he knows he doesn't have it. And they showed this earlier in the movie that he misfires with this thing, but this time he fires again. It goes around and he kills himself essentially. And I'm like, you made this Predator look really stupid the way he died. That's the only thing. That's the biggest glaring negative of this movie. I was just like, I wish you would have made him a little smarter, even though I know he's stripped down. Like I said, he's more primitive and everything like that. He's not as smart as he hasn't learned as much this race as we see him in 1987. But I at that part I was just like, you know what, you guys could have handled that a lot better. But other than that, I think all the Predator shit is awesome in this movie. You definitely want to see more of this kind of vicious violence, him on the hunt, all that kind of stuff was great. I really like the way it's shot. It's got this Western kind of vibe to it that I really like. Showing these nice wide shots of the world building, bringing us into this world of the 1700s and the Great Plains and all that kind of stuff. But he uses those nice Western shots you see in old Westerns with the big wide shots and everything. Like it's shot beautifully. This is a beautifully shot film. I just love watching it, just the cinematography, right? And there's moments where she's getting away from this bear and she goes into the river, Naru. And once she dives into that river, they drop the camera and it's beautiful, right? And seeing her swimming, when she comes up, the camera pushes up. It's just glorious camera work. The music goes along with the cinematography and the time that just is set in, which I really like. And it's more subtle score than what we'd be used to in a Predator movie, not as bombastic and everything. Um, there's some tribal stuff in there. There's some that old Western kind of feel that you would get, more subtle. The only missed opportunity with the score, I think you could have had that iconic score from 1987, but done in a tribal drumming way, like reworking it and stuff like that, I think would have been really awesome. I believe you can watch this on the Comanche language. I think like you could switch something and you can watch it on in the Native American language, and I think that to me is a whole different experience. I think that's cool. I haven't done that yet personally, but I think that's a great idea. So if you guys go to watch it and if you haven't seen it, watch it twice. Watch it in English, then watch it in the Native American tongue, and I think there might have a different feel out of this movie. So a lot of great things to talk about in this movie. Now, like I said, it's not perfect, man. There's a little bit of fan service in here. The most glaring part, well, the only glaring line in the whole thing, and is when Naru and her brother are tied up, and she says, "I don't think this thing can be killed," and he's like, "Well, if it bleeds, we can kill it." It makes no fucking sense to have that line in there. That was just a wink at us to the original movie. It did not need to be there at all. I mean, you could have said something else, you know what I mean? And that I'm not a big fan of stuff like that unless it makes sense to say it. So I was just like, don't take you almost perfect. But you took me out of the movie a bit. And the ending, the way they handle the Predator's death, I talked about that roughly too. Another thing too is the end fight there. I think Nairu's defeating this Predator a little too easily for me. I mean, this dude is big. He's strong. I mean, he can lift up a bear, right? I wanted her look at the original freaking movie with that Predator. Arnold got his ass handed to him physically. And I know that she's sliding under the Predator. She's smart the way she's fighting. I wanted to see her in a lot more pain and a lot more damage put on her. Like when she comes back to the camp, she's got the head, but she's like almost like collapsing. Like this took every fiber in her bones to beat this thing. I just think she should have took a lot more punishment. I love what she did. I love how she used her brains and everything, even though I don't like the way that it made the Predator look dumb. The way she was physically fighting this thing was awesome and everything. Like the way she surprise attacks it and everything. It's just that she should have took a lot more punishment. I mean, if you look at someone like Arnold, who's a trained soldier, 1987, don't get me wrong, this Nairu's set up as a warrior. She's from a warrior tribe. These people fight bears with spears and stuff like courage, right? But she should have took a little more punishment in my mind. So Prey is definitely a step in the right direction, guys. I like what they're doing with it. Please, Dan Trachtenberg, the studios, keep this in his hands, please, because he's doing good things. I'm sure he has great ideas and a great team for this thing. So on your next monster movie Friday night, get some popcorn, get a drink, put on some Prey. I think you'll be highly entertained and you'll want to see more Predator movies. I'm going to give Prey from 2022 a solid B. But what about you guys? Did you like Prey? Didn't you like it? Let me know in the comments below what you liked about this movie, what you didn't. We'll have a great discussion about the Predator franchise and this movie. Go down the rabbit hole. There's the next video you should watch right there. Have fun on the channel and all that. My name is Jason. You've been watching Backtrack Cinema. I'll see you next time, and I'll see you in the movies. Cheers.